thought I'd do an update. I'm just warning you in advance. I'm using a different camera, and I wasn't so good with the other one. So, anyway, I'm going to show you my garden before I fix it. This is the habanero, and as you can see, it does keep putting on blooms like crazy, but it also keeps dropping them. So I'm going to go through and see if I find any actual fruit growing. I've been waiting for almost a year, so I'm hoping so. And Herbert over here, well, he is always happy. The more I talk to this plant, the happier he gets. I'm wondering if the fan is going to... Sorry about that. Anyway, here you can see my little fire stick. I went ahead and put him back in there because I wanted him to be able to live out his life. And maybe put on some more pups, and who knows. I just could not throw him away. And there's one of his babies. Her, I should say. Doing pretty well. There's the other one I separated the other day. And the pineapple, yes, I looked and it was rooting. The canna I'm not so sure about. It did not bloom. So I'm going to check that out. And this is the bad news. The bad news is I went to clone my tomato plant, and I did it in the dark, so I clipped it too close to the base and clipped half of my plant off. So I had to take off, and it was the part that had all the tomatoes on it. So here we go again with new growth. There is a rainbow at the end of this problem. But anyway, I've noticed that it's coming back to life down here too, in different areas. Where's the other one? Oh, here. Now, my aloe vera is doing very well too. Now my Stella plant, you can see that it's starting to have problems at the bottom. It's the season, but I'm going to clean all that up. I got, oh, and here's my jalapenos, sorry. I'm not sure what's going on with this one over here. Why it's doing that, if I'm overwatering it or what its problem is, but I do have jalapenos, and this one over here is starting to produce as well. So I'm really pleased about that. Now I did get, from my daughter and son-in-law, a gift certificate. And I'm going to go ahead and get another light, because I'm going to show you something here in a minute. Part of it is over here. And what I did is I did actually clone a tomato. And I'll show you a better picture when I'm done cleaning up my garden. But if you could see the roots, I don't know if you can from here. Anyway, I've got more I'm going to show you on the other side of my house. Yeah, the garden's going to extend itself. So I'll have about 6 to 9 plants. And I'm going to do a comparison with fertilizer, with my son's fertilizer on one and Miracle-Gro on the other, and see how they grow. His fertilizer is all organic. He gets very upset with me for using Miracle-Gro. He tells me I'm eating it. Well, but I've been eating it for years. So we'll see. Here, of course, the impatient is doing well, but all of these are my red, my cayennes. So they're doing really well too. And of course, the sago palm is doing well. You can't always judge it by these dead little parts, because like I've said, they have to die off completely in order to rejuvenate the bulb. And as you can see, I have lots of new pips coming on. So, I don't know why the focus is so bad. I am sorry. This is a learning experience for me on filming. I'm not that good at it. So, anyway, I'll just do the best I can. Sorry. And these, I will show you what I did with these. It works out really well. You soak them in water. I don't like the resolution, but I'll try to fix that when I come back. And here, it's time for the, maybe it's the lights. It's time for the Venus flytrap to go into dormancy. Really sorry, but I do have my little bell peppers coming up. Like I said, I'm going to go through and fix all this. I just wanted to show you before I did how my garden is growing. And let me finish with the other half. Okay, I apologize because of all the lights and everything, but my whole house is going to look this way soon. But look at these roots. Can you see them? So I did indeed clone my tomato plant. So we're going to start over. I'm going to save a couple. We know, one for my mom, one for my daughter-in-law, and probably, you know, keep 4 for myself. But do the experiment with the different fertilizer. But it worked out just fine. I'll talk to you more about that when I'm done. And of course, he's doing fine. Now I have to put him in a colder room. And because I close off different rooms in my house in the wintertime, I'm going to go ahead and put him in that room. And he needs to have a cold spell in order to bloom. So we're going to try that too, but I'll talk to you more about that when I'm done. And then here we go with the vine, my jungle flower vine, and he's still trying to find the top of the canopy of the jungle that he'll never find. He's going to have to move too, because this is just not a healthy place for him. I'm going to have to go ahead and change everything around a little bit, and yeah, live in pink, but this is what makes me happy. I'll be back to talk with you after I get everything settled and explain a little more. Okay, well, I got it done, and I hope it looks a little bit nicer. I know that palm, it looks bad, but I explained it has to go through a process. So when all that has died off, I'll cut it off. And as well, you can't really see that well, but it's getting new fronds coming on. I relocated it here. And the pineapple, it is rooting. I'm going to end up moving it over to where the Christmas cactus is that I have to put up for a while for it to get cold. And as you can see, the bromeliads are still doing really well. You can see that they're putting on. Let me see if I can get in there. They're already putting on new growth. Can you see that? Not as well as I can. Sorry. I live in pink. Anyway, I moved the Venus flytrap down here because he's going to go into hibernation for a while. And the aloe vera, it's really hard to see in this light, but they seem to be much more happy here. And then I did clip up my Stella plant. My problem I found with some of my stuff is I was overwatering. So I did get I'll show you if I could find it. I don't know if it's right near my grasp. It's a little meter that you put on there, and it tells you how dry or wet they are. But this is my jalapeno that's doing pretty well. This one here, I'm not sure what the spotting problem is. I have to look into that. And I'm going to go ahead and take these red peppers. I don't usually let them go red, but I'm really curious as to this plant because he's not doing that great. And I thought I spotted what I saw were sun peppers on the habanero. I have to look that up as well because I'm not too sure what's going on with that. It does make a mess, and messes bother me, but if I wanted a pretty plant, pretty bright flowers, I can pick a different kind. I'd really like it to bear fruit. What I did was take a lot of those cords that were all over the place and actually put them into an actual breaker bar, and the one that has the timer on it. So that'll help a great deal because I really couldn't stand to try to get through here and try to go around all the little cords and everything else. So I've kept this patriotic little tablecloth here because it reflects light. Everything that's white will reflect light back. So I went ahead and removed the other onions, And if this one wants to grow, I'm going to let him. But these are my little bell peppers that I sprouted. So I'm really excited for that. I moved my jungle flower vine over here, and you will watch him just take off up. And here are my cayennes. And in the middle is my impatient I rescued from outside. Now, if I can do it, I can show you better, actually, where the other ones are rooting. But these are the tomatoes that I cloned. And can you see that root system on there? It's really lucky for me because I killed half my plant doing it. But anyway, this is where they rest for now. And I'll get my new light. I guess I'm going to have to wait till December for it to come in. But let me show you the rest. Hang on one second. I can't begin to tell you how pleased I am when I could do this without that light on. Anyway, Christmas cactus is doing well. He's got to go up. And you can see the root system so much better. Look at all those roots. So I should have, 8 tomato plants. And then I went ahead and moved Teresa over here to be under the light. Now the pineapple is going to take the place of the Christmas cactus when it goes into hiding. But that's all I have for you today. And I sure hope I have some red tomatoes here soon if I could leave the dog plant alone. So you have a wonderful day, and I will as well. Bye.